Right, and good afternoon, everyone. I'm coming on the air again because of a severe thunderstorm warning that is in the Yukon and Reno area, and this thing is intensifying pretty rapidly. So I want to see if I can go ahead and get that going for you here. So, National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm warning, and that is for the El Reno area. This is Canadian County. I'm going to go ahead and hop in here. Webcam's not working, but that's okay. Basically, what we're looking at is a severe thunderstorm warning for southeastern Kingfisher County, northwestern Oklahoma County, and Canadian County. Tennis ball-sized hail and 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts are anticipated with this storm. So nothing to really play around with. Certainly nothing that you want to be outside for. Go ahead and get our Yukon cameras up so we can start to pull some information on just exactly what we're looking at. The thing I want to really focus on here is hail, and we got a good sized hail core. This is just north of Interstate 40 and 270. This is State Road 270, not Highway 270. And just in the area of Calumet, really. Let's see. All right. Alright, and let's see. I don't believe we have any real rotation, but it's always a... Well, it's this... Boy, we actually do have some rotation, too. Let me go ahead and check those spots. Oh, yeah, there's a little bit of a hook right here. Interesting. Alright, just processing what that might mean. Alright, so, let me go ahead and, see if I can get something else pulled up here. I'm going to put this thing in motion so we can see. One of the things that we've been noticing this whole evening is these storms are moving from west, really, to the east, but they keep fluctuating whether they're going northeast or southeast. So at one point, they were headed southeast and into Edmond, but then you can see they started to pull back up again, and they didn't actually materialize into the Edmond area. So it's different. Certainly something that we've not seen very often before, and other weathercasters in the area are actually starting to puzzle over that as well. Certainly something that is not seen in every storm system, or really I've not seen before myself at all. Let's see here. So what I want is I want to get... Okay. It would appear... Well... I don't know. That was interesting. I'm not going to worry about it too much. Yeah, it does... Okay. I think I'm back up. That's what comes of having these smart webcams. Alright, so going back into it here... let's see. So, let me get it out of motion here. Alright, this storm is... The leading edge of this storm just starting to head into western Yukon. Alright, so getting down, really, we want to find out just exactly what we're looking at here. Clarence E. Page Municipal Airport. That is something that only if you're in the Yukon area you're going to know where that is. But you're about to get hit with just the southern end of this storm. This storm is moving. I want to say it's moving just... I think it's due east at this point. Strongest part of the storm is going to be in El Reno in 12 minutes, Yukon in 32 minutes, Wiley Post Airport in 44 minutes, and then moving on into Bethany, which is not warned at this time, but could be depending on if this thing holds together. Speaking of holding together, let's see if it is. It's actually intensifying. Look at that. This is this part we're seeing. It quickly became a considerable... Okay, got strong there, got weak again. It seems to be cycling. So it gets strong, gets weak, gets strong, gets weak. It's interesting, too, for 9 minutes past midnight. Must be a lot of convection for this thing to be holding together in such a way. I was hoping to pull up my Yukon camera, but I think it may be down. There we go. Alright, what I'm hoping to see. I'd love to see the sky on my Yukon camera. This storm is going to be really going through the rural parts of Yukon, might even reach the southern end of Yukon. We're talking places like Walmart in Yukon, the Integris Valley Hospital, Yukon City Park, Parkland Development, places like that. It's getting close. All right, let me go ahead and flip over to our camera here. You can see
issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Oklahoma County in central Oklahoma, northeastern Canadian County in central Oklahoma, until 1 a.m. Central Daylight Time. At 12:10 a.m. Central Daylight Time, severe thunderstorms were located along the line extending from 6 miles east of Piedmont.
Okay, so that is another severe thunderstorm warning, so we'll switch back to our radar and get that looked at. You can see the lightning there coming into Yukon. So that one that was just issued is extending this one, but it's no longer considerable. So Weather Service is probably thinking this is weakening to a small extent. Let's see what we got. Weather Service radar is... it's showing... maybe a slight weakening, but really nothing significant. Certainly nothing like we saw the other night, where the storm completely fizzled. I've never seen a storm dissipate that fast. Within like 2 radar cycles, and the storm had gone from very severe to a thunder shower. So that was interesting, but not so much happening this time. It is holding together reasonably well. And then, of course, that's not all. We're seeing a broken squall line of severe weather. Kind of, if you didn't know what you were looking at, you would feel like this part had separated and moved on, but that's not what happened. This is a separate development, but there is nothing in that spot. Storms are interesting that way. They really are. All right, the hail core is moving into El Reno. So I'm going to go ahead and call it. If you're in El Reno, stay away from windows and make sure you're not outside. This one is going to have a decent amount of hail with it. Rotation track is not concerning. The storm we know is rotating slightly, but not in a worrisome way. Boy, that hail core, though, is headed right through El Reno. And if it's continuing on that trajectory, I'm going to do a track on the worst part of the hail core. Moving at 33 miles per hour, so Yukon in 30 minutes, El Reno in 11 minutes, Banner in 22, Clarence E. Page Municipal Airport, 25 minutes, Richland in 27. So if you're living in El Reno or Yukon, make sure your cars are in the garage, my friend, because this one has tennis ball sized hail with it. It's not something you want to see. Great. This one is going to be moving into Oklahoma City. National Weather Service issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Oklahoma City and northeastern Canadian County. Those places are Oklahoma City, Edmond, Midwest City, Dell City, Bethany, Choctaw, War Acres, The Village, Piedmont, Hara, Spencer, Nicholas Hills, Jones, Nicoma Park, Valley Brook, Arcadia, Tinker Air Force Base, Forest Park, Woodlawn Park, and Lake Aluma. And this is moving east at 35 miles per hour. And they're saying, yeah, due east at this point. So storms have been going all kinds of directions tonight. Everything but west at this point. And that one's until 1 a.m. But really, we're just on the air because of this one cell. Really, this cell moving into El Reno. If this starts to look like it's weakening, we will move on. Because it is late, and it is... there's not a tornado warning at this time, so that is a good sign. No tornado warnings at all in the entire area, which is always good news. This is just a late in the season severe thunderstorm. In fact, this is probably the last severe thunderstorm that's going to be coming through the Oklahoma City area, if I had to hazard a guess, for the next several months. The weather pattern changes tomorrow, and it's going to be a... I believe they were saying a high-pressure system that's going to be moving in, making it hot and humid every day with no real storm development starting tomorrow. So this might be it for the region for quite a while. But right now, we're looking at El Reno in the next few minutes, and we're looking at Yukon coming up in about 25 minutes. Go ahead and get this refreshed. Just waiting for this one to cycle so we can see if it's strengthening, weakening, or what it might be doing. Okay, so let's see. It is a slower moving storm, not the slowest out there, but certainly not the fastest. It's just going at 33 miles an hour. It does certainly feel like it's holding together quite nicely, but doesn't seem like it's strengthening at this time. But it's not weakened significantly. I'm just documenting this for future use. All right, what do we got? All right, here's an update. So we've got 80-mile-an-hour winds now, and golf ball sized hail. That's a pretty nasty storm. These are destructive storms, my friend. All right. Well, at this time...
In effect for this area until 12:45 a.m. Central Daylight Saving Time for destructive 80 miles per hour winds. Take shelter in a sturdy building.
Yeah. Well, folks, this is what I'm going to do at this time. I'm going to recommend that you tune in to Channel 9 on your TV, because I'm going to have to sign off at this time, because I have to protect my own family, and also guests of ours that are with us. So, what I'm going to be doing at this time is putting us on standby and taking a quick break. But I will continue streaming, and I'll put, well, first of all, our tornado precautions. When you get 80-mile-an-hour winds, you actually do want to follow those precautions as well. So this time, I am going to go ahead and put it on a standby mode. Alright, if you can still hear me, I'm not sure if you can or not, but if you can, tune into Channel 9, and we'll be back shortly. All right, we're back here. So the storm moved through the Yukon area. Some areas did get stronger gusts of around 60 to 80 miles an hour. Certainly something you don't want to mess with if this storm is rolling through. Virtually all the Oklahoma City area right now is getting a strong to severe thunderstorm
warning for Oklahoma County and Central.
And we certainly would advise paying close attention Channel 9 has very good coverage at this time as well of exactly what is going on in the Oklahoma City area. All right, well, as it's moved through our particular area, the Yukon area, as it moves out, the initial winds have already died down and it's now just heavy rain as it moves out. We're going to go ahead and sign off. But if anything else does develop, certainly these storms way to our west, if they become any kind of super severe storms or tornadic in the early morning hours, we will try to sign back on and keep you advised. For now, have a great evening and stay safe out there. And we'll see you next time.